It was a little different back in 1971. Um, First of all, I didn't have any information on what the draft was going to be like. Nobody told us anything about it. So the only thing that happened in the beginning was my head coach gave me a console television to put up in my room. This console television was about 6 feet long. And I had three other guys to help me take it up to my dormitory room. So all the guys that thought they was going to get drafted, we sat in my room with that 6 foot long console television to watch the draft. After the sixth round, I didn't know that television just stopped showing the draft. So I said, "Oh, I guess I'm not getting drafted." So we went out, walked around campus for a while, came back. One of the guys said, "Well, your agent called," and um, to give him a call back, I said, "Come on, man, stop the kidding around." He said, "No," he said, I'm serious. The guy's left his name, told me that my agent's name, and I said, "Oh, okay." So I called my agent back, and he said, "Yeah, you got drafted in the seventh round." And I was so excited. I was so excited just to get drafted. Eagles sent me. They never called me. They sent me my contract through the mail. I signed it, and that was it for draft day. I can go back to my high school coach and Coach Earl Kitchens. Um, he taught us to be the best, be number one, and that was one of our saying back down the Rains High School is Ichiban, number one, and I tried to be number one wherever I went, whatever I did my best. I had two head coaches at college, and both was great for me, and um, then I jump over to a pro. I look at people that when I first came with the Philadelphia Eagles, it was Ben Hawkins and Harold Jackson were my teammates, and they were wide receivers, and they taught me a lot. They taught me a lot how to play this game. And Harold Jackson was 5'8", and here I'm 6'8", and I was trying to run patterns like he would run them at 5'8". So my third year, Boyd Dollar came into the league, and he taught me. He said, "You are too tall to try to run patterns like a 5'8" guy." So they kind of move stuff around, the quarterbacks around the drops, in order to I get my steps in, and in order to run the right pattern. So he was a big change in how I played the game. Another part of my career with Dick Vermeil, when he came as the head coach, taught me a lot about uh, playing the game of football, and also how to play this game and step off the field, being a man, being a parent, being a husband, being a friend, being an uncle, cousin. All these things he taught me. He instilled in his players, and those things that I still remember, and I always still try to put those in place whatever I do. The advice that I would have given them before now, the advice I would have given them when they was in the ninth and 10th grade, I would have said, teams are watching you right now from ninth grade all the way up to this day. They're seeing what your character is about. They're seeing if you're that type of player that they want to draft. So be careful what you say on social media, things that you see in personal interviews. You have to be careful because people don't want just anybody on their team, even though you do have a great talent there, but it's more to it than just playing football. They want to see how you're going to deal with fans, how you're going to deal with the media, how you're going to deal with personnel within that team where you're going. So I would have mentioned it to them on how to act back probably 5 years ago. We only played in Cleveland a few times in my career. The biggest thing I can remember is playing on the baseball field, if I could remember right, and that was kind of tough because you run on grass, then you get on clay, back on grass, and playing in that stadium was pretty tough. And one of the things I remember about the city of Cleveland, that when they sent their football team in Philadelphia, to play the Eagles. I remember one especially, one of those days that we're talking about, the record of them consecutive catches. In fact, I broke the record against Cleveland. We didn't win the game, but I broke the record, and it was it was a great to break the record. I like to say to the fans of Philadelphia, thank you. And it's one of the things that I've always felt, that I came to Philadelphia and I've been here over 40 years, and they embraced me. The city of Philadelphia embraced me, and I have embraced the city of Philadelphia. And I just love this area. I love the people here, and they've been great to me. And we'll say, hey, let's fly, Eagles, fly.